Hi, welcome back to the Coin Studio. What if the spare change rattling around in your drawer was secretly worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Today, we're counting down the top 15 most valuable Australian coins. From rare silver issues and historic pre-decimal pieces to unbelievable minting. Mistakes worth a small fortune. And trust me, our number one is so legendary. It's called the King of Australian Coins. Let's dive in. You might already own one of these treasures. Let's moving on. Number 15, 1982 Australian 50-cent coin. The 1982 Australian 50-cent coin holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors, not just because of its commemorative design, but also due to its connection to an important national event. This coin was issued to mark the Commonwealth Games held in Brisbane, Queensland in 1982. Unlike the standard coat of arms design seen on most 50-cent pieces, this coin features a unique reverse side showcasing the emblem of the XII Commonwealth Games, a stylized figure of an athlete against a striking geometric background. Symbolizing motion and competition, the obverse still carries the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a familiar face on Australian currency of the time. The coin is made from copper nickel, weighs 15.55 grams, and has a dodecagonal 12-sided shape that makes it instantly recognizable. While millions of these coins were minted for general circulation, high-grade examples in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch impressive prices from collectors, especially when found in original mint packaging or proof sets. The market value for a superb uncirculated specimen can reach around $15,000 AUD, and rare proof versions or coins with exceptional strike quality can demand even more. Number 14, 1966 Australian 10-cent coin. When Australia switched from pounds, shillings, and pence to decimal currency on the 14th of February 1966, the 10-cent coin became one of the brand new denominations to replace the old system. The 1966 issue was the first ever mintage of this coin, and it has since become a highly collectible piece of Australian numismatic history. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the reverse features a striking image of a male superb lyrebird, an iconic Australian bird known for its spectacular tail feathers and incredible mimicry skills. The obverse displays the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Made from copper nickel, the coin weighs 5.65 grams and has a diameter of 23.6 mm. While the majority of these coins were produced in huge numbers for circulation, the early years of decimal currency are always sought after by collectors. High-grade uncirculated examples of the 1966 10-cent coin, especially those struck in Canberra for mint sets, can command significant premiums. Collectors particularly look for coins with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp detail in the lyrebird's feathers. The market value for a pristine, uncirculated example can reach up to $25,000 AUD, making it a valuable find for those who appreciate the beginnings of Australia's modern coinage. Number 13, 1970 Australian 50-cent coin. The 1970 Australian 50-cent coin stands out as one of the nation's most celebrated commemorative issues. Produced to honor the bicentenary of Captain James Cook's first voyage to the east coast of Australia in 1770. Its reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, features an intricately detailed portrait of Captain Cook, set against a map of the eastern coastline of Australia, capturing the historical significance of the voyage that would change the nation's history. The obverse bears the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. Like the standard 50-cent pieces of the era, the coin is composed of copper nickel, weighs 15.55 grams, and has the distinctive 12-sided shape. This coin was struck in large numbers for circulation, but its commemorative nature and historical theme have made it a must-have in many collections. Collectors are particularly interested in coins with sharp strikes, strong detail in Cook's face and the coastline, and original mint luster. Proof versions, struck with specially polished dies and blanks, are also highly desirable and can achieve impressive prices at auction. A high-quality, uncirculated example of the 1970 Captain Cook 50-cent coin can reach around $20,000 AUD in today's market, while proof versions in original packaging can sell for substantially more. Number 12. 1957 Australian 1 penny. The 1957 Australian 1 penny is a fascinating piece from the later years of pre-decimal coinage, representing the final decade before Australia transitioned to decimal currency in 1966. Struck at the Perth Mint, this coin features the iconic kangaroo design introduced in 1938 by artist George Kruger Gray, which replaced the earlier wheat stalk motif. On the reverse, the kangaroo is shown mid-leap, symbolizing progress and vitality, with the word Australia above and the denomination penny below. Flanked by a star on each side, the obverse bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, depicting a youthful and uncrowned queen facing right. This particular portrait is beloved by collectors for its clean, classic lines and lack of a crown, which gives it a softer, more elegant appearance. The coin is made from bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, weighs 9.45 grams, and has a diameter of 30.8 mm, while the 1957 penny was produced in substantial numbers. Finding one in true mint state condition with full original red luster is far more challenging than many might think, due to the coin's age and the fact that most entered everyday use. A pristine, uncirculated example can fetch around $23,500 AUD in today's market, with coins in proof quality commanding even higher premiums among serious collectors. Number 11. 1925 Australian 1 penny. The 1925 Australian 1 penny is considered one of the true key dates in the Australian penny series, and a prime target for collectors pursuing a complete set. It was struck during the reign of King George V and produced in significantly smaller numbers than most other pennies of the period. The reverse design, created by W.H. Blakemore, is the classic Commonwealth type, with the words 1 penny in the center, encircled by Commonwealth of Australia, and the date at the bottom. The obverse carries Sir Edgar Bertram Mackinill's portrait of King George V, facing left and wearing the imperial state crown. Composed of bronze, the 1925 penny weighs 9.45 grams and has the standard 30.8 mm diameter. Its low mintage means that even well-worn examples are collected with enthusiasm, and high-grade examples are extremely scarce. Collectors often look for coins with strong rim beating and minimal surface marks, as most surviving pieces show heavy wear. A top-quality uncirculated example can reach around $27,500 AUD in today's market, making it one of the standout values in the Australian pre-decimal penny series. Number 10. 1972 Australian 5-cent coin. The 1972 Australian 5-cent coin is one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the entire decimal series. Thanks to its remarkably low mintage for a circulation strike, only 8.3 million pieces were produced, far fewer than typical for the denomination. This makes it a modern rarity that many collectors hunt for in change, often without success. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the reverse features the iconic echidna design, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife. The obverse bears the Arnold Machen portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Struck from copper nickel, the coin weighs 2.83 grams and has a diameter of 19.41 mm. Because the 1972 5-cent was not widely hoarded at the time, most surviving examples are well-worn, making uncirculated pieces extremely difficult to source. Sharp, lustrous examples with no bag marks are highly prized, and proof issues are even scarcer, due to its combination of scarcity and the public's ongoing fascination with decimal coin rarities. The 1972 5-cent coin in top-grade uncirculated condition can command around $12,000 AUD in the current market, and prices continue to rise as collectors recognize its significance in Australian numismatic history. Number 9. 1973 Australian 10-cent coin. The 1973 Australian 10-cent coin is an important and underrated rarity in the decimal currency series, notable for its relatively low mintage compared to most other years of the denomination. With only 16.6 million coins struck for circulation, it stands out as a key date for collectors who specialize in Australian decimal coinage. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the reverse features the superb lyrebird, a symbol of Australia's natural beauty and biodiversity. Captured mid-display with its elaborate tail, feathers arched in an elegant curve. The obverse of the coin bears the Arnold Machen portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. Struck from copper nickel, the coin weighs 5.65 grams and measures 23.6 mm in diameter. While millions were made, the majority entered everyday use and quickly became worn. As a result, finding examples with sharp detail in the lyrebird's feathers, strong original mint luster, and minimal surface contact marks can be surprisingly difficult. These high-grade examples are particularly desirable to collectors and investors alike. A pristine, uncirculated 1973 10-cent coin can achieve around $15,400 AUD in the current market, while coins in superb gem condition or proof quality can fetch higher premiums. Number 8. 1927 Australian 1 shilling. The 1927 Australian 1 shilling is a striking piece of pre-decimal history, minted during the reign of King George V, and bearing designs that reflect Australia's strong national identity in the early 20th century. The reverse, designed by George Kruger Gray, showcases the Australian coat of arms, a shield divided into 6 sections representing the states, supported by a kangaroo and an emu, with a rising sun above the shield. Below is the denomination, 1 shilling, and above is the legend, Australia. The obverse carries the left-facing crowned portrait of King George V by Sir Edgar Bertram Mackennal, which appears on many Australian coins from 1911 to 1936. Composed of sterling silver, 92.5% silver, 7.5% copper. The coin weighs 5.65 grams and has a diameter of 23.5 mm. While the mintage of the 1927 shilling was moderate, silver coins of this era often suffered from circulation wear and the melting down of silver in later decades, meaning well-preserved examples are less common than they might seem. Collectors look for coins with crisp detail in the kangaroo's fur, the emu's feathers, and the sunburst above the shield. A high-quality, uncirculated example can reach around $14,000 AUD in today's market, with proof-like strikes or exceptional toning commanding even greater interest. Number 7. 1924 Australian 1 shilling. The 1924 Australian 1 shilling is a highly regarded coin in the pre-decimal series, notable for being one of the scarcer dates from the early years of Australian silver coinage. Like other shillings of its era, it was minted in sterling silver and bears the same striking coat of arms reverse designed by George Kruger Gray. The obverse features Sir Edgar Bertram Mackennal's crowned portrait of King George V, a portrait that evokes a sense of strength and dignity befitting the monarch during the interwar period. Weighing 5.65 grams and measuring 23.5 mm in diameter, this coin was minted in a time when Australia's economy was recovering from World War I, making silver coinage both a circulating currency and a store of wealth for many. The 1924 shilling's lower mintage and the widespread melting of silver coins during later decades have made high-grade survivors quite rare. Collectors especially value examples with strong detail in the coat of arms, no signs of cleaning, and attractive natural toning. An uncirculated 1924 shilling can command around $26,500 AUD in today's market, making it a sought-after addition to any serious collection of Australian pre-decimal silver coins. Number 6. 1927 Australian 1 florin. The 1927 Australian 1 florin is one of the most visually striking and historically significant coins in Australia's pre-decimal history, because it was issued to commemorate the opening of the first Parliament House in Canberra. Unlike the standard florin design of the era, this coin features an entirely unique commemorative reverse created by George Kruger Gray. At the center, it depicts an elegant depiction of the new Parliament House, flanked by rising sunbursts on each side, symbolizing a new era for the nation. The inscription around the edge reads, Parliament House Canberra at the top, and the denomination florin at the bottom, with the date 1927 placed centrally beneath the building. The obverse carries the familiar crowned portrait of King George V by Sir Edgar Bertram Mackennal, struck in sterling silver, 92.5% silver, 7.5% copper. The coin weighs 11.31 grams and measures 28.5 mm in diameter. Its mintage was around 2 million, which was relatively modest compared to regular circulation coins, but it was still enough for it to see widespread use in the community. Many were spent and worn down, especially during the Great Depression, when silver coins were heavily relied upon in daily transactions. Today, heavily worn examples are quite common, but high-grade coins with strong detail on Parliament House and attractive natural toning are scarce and highly sought after. Collectors also prize proof versions, which were specially struck for presentation purposes and display mirror-like fields with razor-sharp detail. In the current market, a top-quality uncirculated 1927 Canberra florin can fetch around $28,000 AUD, with proofs reaching well into the hundreds or even thousands depending on condition. Its blend of historical significance, unique design, and silver content ensures it remains one of the most beloved Australian commemorative coins ever struck. Number 5. 2000 Australian $1 coin. The 2000 Australian $1 coin is famous in the numismatic world, not only for its standard issue design, but also because of one extraordinary and accidental variety, the 2000 mule dollar. This was a minting error in which the reverse kangaroo design was accidentally paired with an obverse intended for the Australian 10-cent coin. The 10-cent obverse is slightly smaller in diameter than the dollars, which caused a distinctive double rim around the Queen's portrait on the mule coins. This mistake occurred at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and went unnoticed until coins entered circulation, sparking a frenzy among collectors who realized they had stumbled upon one of Australia's rarest decimal errors. The standard 2001 dollar coin features Stuart Devlin's iconic Mob of Roos reverse design, showing 5 bounding kangaroos in various poses, and the Ian Rank Broadley portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. Struck in aluminum bronze, the coin weighs 9 grams and has a diameter of 25 mm. While the regular issue has no special rarity, the mule error is a different story altogether. Fewer than 7,000 are believed to exist, making it one of the most desirable modern Australian coins. Because of its scarcity and the high demand among error collectors, even circulated mule coins can sell for thousands of dollars. In pristine, uncirculated condition, a 2000 mule $1 coin can command around $14,000 AUD in today's market, with exceptional examples fetching even more. This extraordinary value makes it one of the most lucrative coin finds in Australian pocket change. Number 4. 2007 Australian Doublehead $1 coin. The 2007 Australian Doublehead $1 coin is another legendary mint error that has achieved near-mythical status among Australian collectors. As its name suggests, this rare coin was the result of an astonishing mistake. It has 2 obverse sides and no reverse. Both sides feature the Ian Rank Broadley portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, complete with the date 2007 and the Australia inscription. This kind of error happens when 2 obverse dies are mistakenly placed into the coin press instead of an obverse and a reverse die, striking both sides with the same design. Like the regular 2007 dollar coin, it is struck in aluminum bronze, weighs 9 grams, and measures 25 mm in diameter. Because this type of mint error is so obvious, it is believed that very few were ever released into circulation before being spotted and removed. However, a small handful slipped through, and those rare survivors have become some of the most valuable and talked about coins in modern Australian numismatics. Error coin enthusiasts are drawn to the double head dollar, not just because of its rarity, but also because of its novelty. It is the sort of mistake that anyone, even a non-collector, can immediately recognize. In today's market, a genuine 2007 double-head $1 coin in uncirculated condition can sell for around $13,000 AUD or more, depending on its grade and provenance. Authenticating these coins is crucial, as there have been attempts to create fakes by altering regular coins. The combination of its extreme rarity, obvious visual appeal, and fascinating minting blunder ensures the 2007 double-head dollar remains one of the most talked about modern Australian coin treasures. Number 3. 1915 Australian Halfpenny. The 1915 Australian halfpenny is a coin that carries both historical depth and considerable collector appeal, as it comes from a period of intense global upheaval, right in the midst of World War I. This coin was struck under the reign of King George V, and it is one of the early half-pennies issued by Australia, following the introduction of its own coinage in 1911. The reverse, designed by W.H. Blakemore, features the Commonwealth type, the words one halfpenny in the center, enclosed within a beaded circle, with Commonwealth of Australia around the outer ring and the date, 1915, at the bottom. The obverse shows Sir Edgar Bertram Mackinall's crowned portrait of King George V, facing left, wearing the imperial state crown. The 1915 issue has added interest because it was struck at the Birmingham Mint in the United Kingdom, as Australia's own mints were under heavy demand during wartime. The coin is made from bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, weighs 5.67 grams, and has a diameter of 25.5 mm. Its relatively modest mintage, combined with the wartime context, means high-grade examples are much scarcer than later half-pennies. Most coins saw heavy circulation, and finding one with crisp details, strong rim beating, and original luster is exceptionally challenging. Collectors particularly value those with clear definition in the lettering and minimal wear on the king's facial features. Today, a well-preserved, uncirculated 1915 halfpenny can command around $30,000 AUD in the numismatic market, making it one of the standout rarities in the halfpenny series. Number 2. 1966 Australian 50-cent coin. The 1966 Australian 50-cent coin is unique in Australian currency history because it was struck in solid silver, a fact that led to its extremely short-lived circulation and eventual withdrawal, making it one of the most desirable modern Australian coins. Issued during the first year of decimal currency, it was part of the nationwide changeover from pounds, shillings, and pence to the dollar and cent system on the 14th of February 1966. The coin's reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, displays the Australian coat of arms in stunning detail, a shield representing the 6 states, supported by a kangaroo and an emu, with ornate flourishes and a star above. The obverse features Arnold Machin's uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, her youthful features elegantly framed against the coin's large 1.5 mm diameter. What makes this coin extraordinary is its composition, 80% silver and 20% copper, weighing 13.28 grams. At the time, silver prices began to rise sharply, and it soon became clear that the metal content of the coin was worth more than its 50-cent face value. This led to widespread hoarding, and in 1969, the coin was replaced with a smaller, copper-nickel dodecagonal version. The original round silver 50-cent was never minted again, cementing its status as a one-year type. Because millions were hoarded, the coin is not rare in lower grades, but high-grade uncirculated pieces with full original mint luster are much harder to find, especially those without bag marks. Collectors and investors also prize them for their bullion value, which provides a built-in price floor. In today's market, a pristine uncirculated 1966 round silver 50-cent coin can bring around $45,000 AUD, based on collector demand and silver content, with proof strikes and exceptional examples commanding higher prices. Its combination of beauty, silver content, and historical importance ensures it remains one of the most popular coins in Australian numismatics. Number 1. 1930 Australian 1 penny. The 1930 Australian 1 penny is the undisputed king of Australian coins, a numismatic icon whose reputation extends far beyond the hobby itself. This legendary rarity was not an intentional special issue. Instead, its existence was the result of extremely low production during the depths of the Great Depression. For reasons still debated by historians, it is believed that no more than 1,500 to 3,000 pieces were ever struck, possibly as test coins or for limited circulation. Because so few were produced, the 1930 penny has become the holy grail for Australian collectors. The reverse bears the familiar Commonwealth-type design by W.H. Blakemore, 1 penny at the center, surrounded by a beaded circle with Commonwealth of Australia, and the date 1930 around the outside. The obverse displays Sir Edgar Bertram Mackinnell's crowned portrait of King George V. Composed of bronze, the coin weighs 9.45 grams and has a diameter of 30.8 mm. Most known examples show signs of circulation, as they were not widely recognized as rare until decades later, meaning that pristine specimens are virtually unknown. The 1930 penny has achieved near-mythical status in Australian culture. It's been the subject of newspaper articles, television features, and even thefts from museums. In today's market, a circulated 1930 penny in average condition can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, while top-grade specimens have been known to fetch over $1 million AUD at auction. Its combination of extreme rarity, historical intrigue, and national fame ensures that the 1930 penny will always be Australia's most famous coin and a dream acquisition for serious collectors. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these coins prove that history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can turn everyday change into priceless treasures. Keep your eyes open. Your next big find could be in your pocket right now.